Well, good morning. Oh, I'm sorry. Good night. Good evening. Good morning. Good afternoon. And on and on. YouTubers, this is Jerry Diamond with How to Get Out of Babylon. I did a stream tonight out at the campsite, the shrink wrap shelter project, and it was wind was blowing. It was chilly. I had a lot of trouble because I needed to close the. I had the shrink wrap propped up with a bamboo pole, and I had to drop it down to get out of the wind. And it just one thing and another, dropping things, not knowing where something is, like finding the selfie stick, tripod mechanism, just a lot of problems. And then when I finally about got set up to ready to do a demonstration unboxing of the hot pot, I kept calling the samovar a hot pot, but it's a Turkish samovar. Put the link for it in the description down below. It's $49.90 is what I paid for it. Really good. They were shipping FedEx. If you do order one, tell them do not ship FedEx because a lot of the drivers I think are thieves and they scan it as delivered. This one was scanned as delivered on Saturday. I called FedEx and got on their case about it, and lo and behold, the lady that brought it said, "Oh, after the third time I asked her, I said, how was it? Why was it scanned as delivered on Saturday? Oh, it got loaded on a different van. Okay, so suddenly it was loaded and scanned. It was delivered to somebody, like her house or a friend's house. Scanned as delivered. Yeah, it was delivered to the front porch. No signature required. And then suddenly it showed up at my place on Monday. Funny how that happens, you know? So, anyway, and the lesson on that one was don't ever, when you're out in the out in camp and doing whatever, I don't care what you're doing. No, I don't care what city you live in or whatever. Don't ever leave home without waving my only light I had was my cell phone light, which is really stupid. Doesn't really illuminate that well. And I'm walking through tall grass that's up to my waist and chest, and not bad visibility on the ground, and there's branches everywhere. And some of them are hickory, and if you'd fall and hit them, they won't break. You'll break. They will not break. Oak's pretty tough too. Some of it, oak rots faster, but some of it is. I've seen oak that I can't break. A quarter-inch piece of it I can't break with both hands. Half-inch piece definitely not. It's just too strong. So that was a lesson learned. Don't leave home. I try to beat that into my head. Do not leave home without a light. Don't leave home without a light. Don't go out on and pasture out in the woods without a light. I don't know what was going on there. Anyway, yeah, they showed up after dark like normal. It's unbelievable how they drive around at night and try to deliver packages after dark. Sometimes they say, well, we tried to deliver it last night, attempted to deliver, but nobody was home. Well, yeah, we were home. It's just kind of scary driving around at night. You just go, oh, I tried to deliver it, but nobody was home because it was dark out and I was scared. I was scared. Anyway, so shut up, Jerry. Okay, so um, I'm going to continue. I know I'm not out there at the site, but the idea, I want to talk a little bit about why I titled it what I did. A city set on a hill cannot be hid. I've always been, it's kind of not a play on words, but I've always held myself out as a lighthouse, a beacon, Um, I've given my number out, my phone number, my email. I've got a book out there. I've got a YouTube channel. I've been very forthright, very visible, very wear my heart on my sleeve. I tell it like it is. If I screw up, I screwed up. Okay. If I fall down, I go boom. I fell down, I went boom. I'm not gonna. I don't try to cover it up or my videos are very rough. I know. I'd like to be able to do some what do you call that stuff? Editing. I apologize for the crappy one today. It was just horrible. Next time I do that, next time I fire those up, I'll be set up a lot better. A lot of things I want to get out there. Every time I go out there, I'm carrying stuff out and leaving it out there for the most part. So I'm accumulating stuff out there. And it's supposed to rain real heavy, I think Sunday, so I want to have it out of there by Sunday, so I don't want it all to get wet, and destroyed. So I've got tools out there and things which I wouldn't care too much about, but I don't want everything getting wet and rusty and junky and pounded into the mud. So I either have it fixed up by Sunday or pull everything out by Sunday, which is hard because it's a lot of weight to bring it all back into the house, all back inside, whatever you want to call it, house, the camper, which I don't have any room on and hardly room to turn around in here as it is. So anyway, so I'm getting to the point. I'd like to get if the tarp gets here, try to get the tarp up, and then I'll have it somewhat, rain covered. I'll leave everything out there. I'm hoping it gets here soon. FedEx. It's unfortunate it's coming FedEx. I gotta call them before it is delivered, and get on their case so it actually gets here. Um, and I told the people that the seller, eBay seller, they laughed at my letter. They said, "Yeah, it's funny you're writing us about that." He said, "If I had it up, if it was my choice, FedEx would be long gone." So they're very crooked. I think a lot of the drivers just what motive do they have to do a good job? They don't have a good retirement, or I don't think anything like UPS. UPS, you screw up at UPS, and you're kissing off a really good career, a really good high paying job. FedEx hires, they're the BATF of the federal agent, type thing. They're the low lifes, I think. So anyway, Postal Service again, they've got a pension, they've got a retirement, they got a huge amount of money tied up in their career. They get paid really well. Why wouldn't they do a good job? So, and even that, they do some things to be desired. Okay, anyway, moving right along. I just want to get on since I know it's late and all, but maybe somebody's late owl up there sometime somewhere out around the country, and might want to just listen a little bit. So, there is one person, one late owl, one night owl here. Okay, so I'm gonna see what it is, see if it's Phoebe or not. Who is it? Anybody out there? Want to say hello? Hello? No, I guess not. Come on, who are you out there? Somebody's mad at me. Okay, be that way. Now there's two. Say hi. This is Jerry Diamond with How to Get Out of Babylon. Who are you? So I was talking about my the shrink wrap shelter deal that I'm working on. I signed on earlier and just couldn't make it happen. My phone died, and I was dropping things, and I was trying to get it set up, but I didn't make it. So I'm going to do it again, hopefully tomorrow night. I want to get the shelter done enough that I can get the tarp over it. So I'm hoping that's here, definitely. I'll check on it tomorrow, first thing, see where it's at. So that's about it. But back to the idea of city set light up. You want to get away from the city. If you want to see stars, you got to get away from the city. I mean, I lived in the city my whole life. We went out to the farm in Kansas, and I looked up at the sky, and it was like I was just awed, just like, oh my god, the light was so black, the stars were so bright, and there were so many of them that like you can see about 100 times more stars. There's no lights from cities out there, and you can see more. That's why astronomers, that's like observatories for looking at the stars, the heavens, are always on mountains because they're a lot higher. There's less air between them, and away from a city. So they're like Mount Palomar, and out in Hawaii. There's one out in Hawaii. There's a Lucifer one and some mountain in Arizona, like Flagstaff. I think not positive, but I think outside of Flagstaff. So you want to be high and you want to be away from city lights. So, but a city that's set on a hill, you're going to have lights at night aiming for. That's why I'm building this out in the pasture. I thought, well, for my third stop, I'm going to go down the woods and find like a little secret place where a hidey hole one. And I'm going to do that too. I'm really looking forward to that. Well, I'll have a lot of experience from doing this one. Find 4 trees or 5 trees or 6 trees and make a little two room or 3 room house down there out of shrink wrap. But here, my goal is to have it visible. When Rock and his 2 friends are coming in from Colorado, it'll be lit up at night. I have a solar light out there that hopefully will charge up during the day and be able to give light at night. And I'll get whatever solar lights I have. I got different ones around. The ones hanging behind me, which I don't have on right now, do I? No. Those are rechargeable. I mean, I do have some solar ones. That's right. I got some little solar panel ones. I got ones with actually solar panels on them. Solar panels right on them. I need to hang those out there too, so they'll be good testing for all of them. See if they actually work. So that's my goal, is to be visible. I've been holding out a candle, the torch, the candle, for people to see, and that's what my channel is. It's a city set on a hill. How to Get Out of Babylon. You need to know where to go, and so that's what I've been doing. I'm telling people where to go. And interestingly enough, someone just wrote on my channel, yesterday I think it was, You know, I'm in the city. I don't have much in the way of resources, but I love the Lord. So, you know, I'm going to get in touch with them and see what they want to do. You know, write me on my email, whoever you are. Write me on my email, dmnds2001 at yahoo.com. Delta Mike November Delta Sierra 2001 at yahoo.com. And you email me. I'll give you my phone number if you want to talk. When I had my vision in the beginning of this whole thing of how I got out of Babylon was in the year 2000, and I saw a young couple coming through the woods toward me, and to their left, to my right, was a door of an underground home, a little hobbit house. I call it a hobbit house because it was underground. If they had walked over to their left and walked on top of the house, they would have had no idea they were on top of a house. Nothing was visible, no smokestack, nothing. They could not see anything. They would have come to the door and looked down and went, "Oh, we better not, we'll fall off and hurt ourselves." So going over 20 feet to the left or the right, they were walking down the side of the house, and they could come curl around. They actually went onto the front. They came toward me, and then they curled around to the front after they about got to me, and they saw the front door. And they went up. There's a welcome mat, and a sign on the door said, "If you find this home and it is unoccupied, this sign won't be here." It's that type of thing, you know. But we built it for you. It's yours. There was a stove in there with wood ready to light up. There were wooden matches. There was utensils, pots, pans, food, canned food, all kinds of food and stuff, dry and, you know, beans and rice type things, but canned food also, pots, pans, silverware utensils, bowls, knives, forks, spoons, everything, plates, cups, the whole 9 yards. And it moved me so deeply because what I knew in this dream was this was a young family which stayed in the city too long. They had to get out. They were in a rush to get out. They escaped with their lives, and that was it. The clothes on their back, that's all they had. I knew that in the dream, and it just tore me up. I cried for like an hour. It was because what I felt was I was like, you hear these near-death experiences, people being, the guy's name is, I think, Jason somebody. He talked about love, the power of love, and the fact that Father loves us, and he felt love, and it was just moving. It's very moving, and that's what I felt. So I felt that, you know, we were building these homes for people, and my goal for 20 years has been how to build those homes, how to see that happen, how to be there. And when one of that young couple shows up, my voice is going, so I'm going to quit. I'm going to get something to drink, one of the two. Nobody's going to say hi. That's pretty bad. I wish you would tell me who you are out there. I won't say anything. I'll just quit since you don't want to talk. All right, well, it's on your conscience, not mine. Be that way. All right, nobody wants to talk then. I'm going to chime out. I thought maybe somebody would be on that would be interested in conversing a little bit. Okay, good night. This will be the shortest and worst one ever. Pasania. From the deep reaches of the jungles of South America comes the cry of the Pasania bird. Pasania, Pasania, Pasania. Whoever you are that won't talk.